Hey guys, this is Super RJ here, and welcome to a brand new video series that I actually created 2 years ago on my personal social media, but now I'm bringing it right here on YouTube. Now, in case if you guys don't want to hear the origin of this show and want to skip to the video itself, then it's okay for you to skip to this time mark. It all started back in 2018 when my family are planning for our next Disney trip in 2019. Keep in mind, this is like a few years ago. Now, back then, I started to give the family a text style updates on what's happening to the Disney park so they won't feel left behind on what's happening at Disney World and Universal. You see, my family are Disney fans, but I'm like the biggest nerd of Disney and theme parks. Well, my brother is also a fan of theme parks, but I'm like the biggest nerd of both Disney and theme parks. but any but anyway, skip to 2023 when we are planning for our next Disney trip, which happened last year at 2024. I talked to my aunt about giving the family a new way to give them updates of what's happening to the Disney parks from back then and the rest of the future. But this time as an expandable video like series. And she actually do like that idea and lets me take a shot at it. But we both had to keep it a secret from the rest. Throughout my youthful years of watching YouTube, I remember watching so many theme park videos around Disney and Universal, whether it be the POV videos of the rides themselves, and many vloggers. And as a matter of fact, I've been watching so many theme park influencers for over a decade, and some of you may know them from the past as well, such as Inside the Magic, Mouse Steps, WW News Today, Undercover Tourist, TPN Viz, DSNY Newscast, and a few others that I can think, and a few others. But one of my favorite theme park YouTubers is Tony Goldmark, aka Some Jerk with a Camera, and I love his videos since I discovered him back in 2016. And I still love watching his videos to this very day. Then I saw his State of the Parks videos, and that actually gives me the inspiration to create a theme park news related series like this. So I started working on this series right around the time when I was getting ready to go to community college. And after all that time of writing the script, doing the audio, and doing lots of editing, my very own theme park news related series that I like to call Parks on the Streets is finito. I pitched it to my aunt, she approved it, and then we shared it to the rest of the family, and they all really do loved it. They really do love Parks on the Streets, and I feel very proud of myself for helping them catch up the time of what's happening into the theme park industry from the pre-pandemic era to post-pandemic era. I've been doing this series before and after the vacations, and I have a lot of fun working on it. And a cut to a few months later, after we discovered that Disney put me on their Disney Plus documentary that's all about the Goofy movie, my family and friends give me more and more support for what I do, both this series and YouTube in general. Up to the point where my family keeps suggesting me that I should put the show on YouTube. And after doing some thinking for the past few weeks, I made my decision to move Parks on the Streets right here on YouTube. Now, keep in mind that even though this is technically the first episode of Parks on the Streets that made its debut on YouTube, this is actually the 11th episode of the entire series. And now that we have gotten through the origin of this show, be sure to keep your arms, legs inside at all times, be sure to watch your kids, and sit back and enjoy Parks on the Streets, Episode 11, Entertainment Under the Sea, in the Mirrors, and at Night.
Hello everyone, this is Super RJ here, and welcome to Parks on the Streets, the show where we will give you theme park related news from Disney and Universal, both American and international. We're starting off with not one, but two new shows recently opened at my favorite park in Disney World. On May 27th, 2025, the new Little Mermaid show, a musical adventure, and Villains Unfairly Ever After made its debut at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, is a full reimagining of the original Voyage of the Little Mermaid that has been entertaining guests since the early 90s. This new version will tell the entire story of the original movie, but with new puppets, new technologically advanced projection, visual effects, and all the songs are included, even the opening songs with Ariel's sisters and Kiss the Girl. I saw the show for the first time back in 2019, and honestly, even before this announcement, I didn't actually care about it that much. Not to say that I hate the show, and I could see why people still adore it, it's just that in my opinion, out of all the live shows in Disney World, this one is getting pretty stale, and I wish they should have ended its run years ago. Since the show had its 90s stage production presentation, that I feel like I could just go in there and turn off my brain and enjoy some AC. Personally, I think it would have been much better if they replaced it with a new show focusing on the series from Disney's television animation. DuckTales 2017, Phineas and Ferb, Amphibia, The Owl House, The Ghost of Macaulay McGee, and more. After all, they still have the Disney Junior show right across the street, and it would have been a perfect fit in the animation courtyard area. But either way, it is nice to see that Disney is giving their old stage show a refresh to appeal to the new and old generations. A few weeks ago, when cast members were invited to watch the preview of the show, they got a surprise guest from Ariel's voice actress and Disney legend herself, Jodie Benson. As a total side note, I got a chance to meet this beautiful woman at GalaxyCon a few years ago. Anyway, Disney also invited her to give her a behind-the-scenes tour and join in for the preview of the show. After when it's over, she brought out tears of joy and thanked the producers, the crew, and cast members for recreating the show in a new format.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm overwhelmed. Really sweet, thank you. That was incredible. This is very, very special, very emotional to be here with all of you, so thank you.
From what I see from people recording bits of the show on YouTube, it looks pretty impressive and I'll give it that. But once again, the show is not my cup of tea. So if you're a big fan of The Little Mermaid, then you will enjoy this reimagining of the show that you grew up with. Next, there's the other new show, Villains Unfairly Ever After, located in the Sunset Showcase where Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy used to be. After Disney officially confirmed that they're building a Villains Land in the Magic Kingdom at D23 last year, they later announced a new show that will be focusing on their villain IPs. In the show, the magic mirror from Snow White welcomes the audience to his realm of mirrors, where the villains are trapped and begging to be out. Until three villains, Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, and Maleficent comes out of the glass, proving that one of them is the most misunderstood. Near the end of the show, the mirror selects the audience to be the judge and decides who is the most misunderstood villain. I'm actually more excited about this show because villains are one of my favorite types of characters in pop culture, and I think it's a great idea to give fans more hype for the new Villains Land. After watching the whole show on YouTube, I must say that this looks like a really good show. The performers who played the main villains did an excellent job of portraying the characters, the production design is very cool looking, and I love the idea of the ending where we get to choose which Disney baddies are the best. And the best part is that they included almost all the villains from Disney Animation. Not a few extra ones from the other studios like Pixar, nor even the ones from animated films that Disney distributes like Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Just almost the entire roster of villains from Disney Animation. From the most popular, their sidekicks, their cartoons, obscure ones, and even the lame ones. Yippee. The only two major flaws that I have with this show is that it has the lack of performers. The only actors who are on stage are the ones who play the main three villains. They could have backup dancers when they do the musical numbers. What's even weirder is that they got three other actors playing the other villains who have dialogue, but they're only filmed in the screen and nothing else. The second flaw is that the characters I mentioned are the only ones who get the spotlights, and they didn't include a few more villains. Maybe in the future they would do a rotation thing where they give the other villains the spotlight. Heck, they can give their underrated villains the spotlight as well. I don't know, I guess time will tell if the show will do some changes over the years. At the time I'm recording this, both these new shows received a very positive reception from fans and guests, and I can't wait to see the villain show on my next Disney trip. Finally, just a few days ago, in fact on the same day as the opening of those shows, Disney announced the opening date for the Magic Kingdom's newest nighttime parade that they announced at D23, Disney Starlight, coming on July 20th. Along with the reveal of Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy's new outfits for the parade and its final concept art. I've waited 15 years for Disney World to have a new nighttime parade since the parade that I grew up with, Spectral Magic. The last time the Magic Kingdom had a nighttime parade was their longest occasional running parade, the Main Street Electrical Parade. It's performed at the Magic Kingdom from 2010 to 2016, and after that, there hasn't been a new nighttime parade ever since. We do have the daytime parade, Festival of Fantasy, and the seasonal holiday ones, but this will be the next daily nighttime parade for the modern generation. The concept art they show seems to be the grand finale float that is an homage to the first float from MSEP. This one features characters such as Pluto, Snow White, Dopey, Rapunzel, Flynn Rider, Aladdin, Jasmine, and the Mickey Mouse Gang. Although I won't be able to see the parade since my next Disney and first Epic Universe trip is in the next few weeks, I'm still very excited about it, and from seeing all the concept art, it looks like it's going to be Disney World's own version of Magic Happens, but without a catchy, funky music. But we will be getting a good soundtrack for sure. Hey guys, PostRJ here. While I was editing this video, Disney World announced the closing date for the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer's Island on July 6. As you know, at last year's D23, Disney revealed their confirmed expansion plans for Frontierland will be an all-new Cars Land. This will be a lot different than the one in DCA, as we leave Radiator Springs and go to a wilderness race hosted by Lightning McQueen and Mater. The land will feature 2 attractions. The major one will be a fast-speeding big race around the wilderness and a small attraction for the kids. Disney also revealed the artwork on what the land is going to be. The new location is called Piston Peak, which the setting itself is from the sequel of the Cars spin-off films, Planes. And we're getting a new original character named Henry J. Autobahn Woodlore. If that name sounds familiar, then you probably remember the old Disney cartoons that features a bear and a park ranger. The character's name is Ranger Woodlord, who appeared in the Humphrey the Bear cartoons that occasionally features Donald Duck. I remember when they announced it, a lot of people were not happy with this change, saying that cars don't fit in with the Old West and taking down Rivers of America is a bad idea. But to be fair, the Cars franchise does take place in the West, and since Radiator Springs is in the desert, old Western towns do take place in the desert too. Another thing is that because the Magic Kingdom is the most visited park in not just Disney World, but in all theme parks, and they need to build more attractions to increase capacity. And keep in mind that Tom Sawyer's Island and the riverboat originated from Disneyland, and that will never go away because it all came in the mind of Disney. Disney World's Frontierland is way different than the one from Disneyland, and if that one actually goes away, then we'll have a problem. Well, I think that's all the news that we have for today, so thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, then hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. If you guys actually want me to upload my past episodes of Parks on the Streets on YouTube, then let me know in the comments below. I also do animation media reviews, do some gamings, and other videos that I thought of doing. Once again, thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and I'll see you all next time.